I'm really looking forward to today, because today is going to be a moment in history for me, because it'll be the very first time I get to drive an all-electric vehicle. This one, it's the Mitsubishi MiEV. It's a true four-seater electric vehicle that's here right now. My first impressions are, well, it's a cracker. So, who's the likely customer of one of these little MiEVs? Well, they're going to be highly educated. They're also going to have quite a healthy income. But more importantly, these are going to be the kind of people who can't wait to rush down the shops and buy the latest gadget. These people will be early adopters of brand new technology, and this is as good as they can get. I'm going to drive it around the streets of London, and I'm going to get people's opinions to what they think of it. This is Nicola, who works at a media company and commutes by train every day, but is willing to swap out for a car.
Oh, wow. Oh, it's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, actually, to be honest with you.
This is Joy, an entrepreneur who's an enthusiastic driver that would love a greener option for his 40 miles a day. This is what you're going to find all across London. This is a little charging station. And finally, Tim, who's an account director at a design company and knows exactly what he wants from new technology.
Free parking. I mean, you can't get much better than that, really, can you?
Now, there's been lots of electric vehicles in the past, but this is the first sort of real one that feels like a real proper car. It's got real controls and real dials, it's got a real proper stereo, and it feels like a thoroughly real motor. You know what, you can really tell this car has been very well engineered for the urban environment, because it's perfect for breezing down these city streets. As soon as you stamp your foot on the accelerator, look, it's away. You can be first away from the lights. It feels darty. It feels like you can nip in and out the traffic easily. And when you do come to park it, it's tiny. It's a breeze to park. No space seems too small. You can just get the little thing in there quite easily. And you can do all of this whilst carrying 4 people around. It's quite clever, isn't it? Now, being that this car is electric, obviously there's a lot of batteries. Now, the batteries are very heavy, but what they've cleverly done is they put them right low down. That's lowered this car's centre of gravity, and it means it handles really well. It also means the car feels kind of weighty on the road, and it feels like it's got a lot more purpose. The braking system is superb, and it's actually coupled with some electronic gadgetry called ASC, which is active stability control. And that means if you do get it wrong under heavy braking, the computer sorts out the braking and the engine and adjusts it all and gets you back on the straight and narrow. And that's a really good thing. This vehicle has drive mode, which is normal. You can put it in B, which is more regenerative braking. That's what B stands for. Charging the batteries up all the time you're taking your foot off the accelerator or coasting down a hill. Or you can put it in C, which is minimal regenerative braking, but that's called comfort mode. D, which is drive mode, is a combination of both of those, and it feels okay. Go on, put your foot down.
Yeah, so it's got quite a bit of poke to it when you put your foot to the floor. Yeah, that's good.
Put your foot down. Whoa, what do you think of that then?
It's brilliant, yeah. You just think it's going to be bumpy. I mean, you know what the London roads are like, but it's just such a smooth ride. It's
quick, isn't it? This vehicle has 180 newton meters of torque, which means it's pretty quick and powerful. You are doing exactly the same as every other.
I've got this grin on my face. I'm sorry, but I'm just like thinking, I'm actually enjoying this. I wouldn't know what the effective range is.
It's 90 miles.
Okay.
You only live about 6 miles away.
Yeah.
So this would be perfect for you, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Most people will charge this overnight at home, and you can plug it just into your garage at home.
Oh wow, that's great.
That would give you a range of about 90 miles.
That's more than sufficient to get to work and back.
and then some.
I think any inner city driving, this sort of vehicle is fantastic.
Now, here's a thought. The one thing that you do notice about London, there's no petrol stations. I mean, everyone's driving a car and there's nowhere to get any petrol. But look, electricity is everywhere. It's all around us. All we need to do is find places to charge this up. And that ain't going to be difficult, is it? You can see that the electric's already here. Once they put more stations in, everyone's going to be driving these around. It's just like going to the petrol station with your car, basically.
Yep.
You plug that in to your petrol cap here,
Right.
and one end into the plug. So if you'd like to lift that up for me, you plug one in there. And if you open up the driver's door, and just to the right of the steering wheel, you see a little petrol flap signal. That opens up your petrol flap.
Okay.
Pull the cap open, and that just pops in. Shut your car, lock your door, go to work.
Nice and easy.
From empty, the little MiEV will get 80% of its capacity filled up again within 30 minutes. So you only have to go get yourself a cup of tea.
Come back and ready to go.
And you're ready to go.
Brilliant.
It's really quiet. Hardly notice you actually started up.
Yeah, I can't believe how quiet it is. It's brilliant.
What is it like on the outside? Can you hear me coming?
No is the answer. It's
No, you
silent.
can't.
You look shocked. But that's why God give you that.
Brilliant.
What about the way it drives? Does it feel like a cheeky little
Actually,
car?
it just feels like a small little car. It's brilliant. It's actually really good.
Great little car. It's just so smooth.
Yeah, it's amazingly smooth and quiet, isn't it?
Do you know what the pollution level of this car is at the moment?
Well, if it's electric, I presume it's like, what, next to nothing?
0.
Really?
Completely nothing.
Nothing. But there's no denying that that plug socket that you plug into the wall does have a power station at the other end of it.
Yeah.
But taking that in mind, this vehicle, its CO2 output is 30% of any other conventional car.
Sort of not creating any pollution or any sort of noise pollution either, really. It's quite a nice feeling.
You can drive this car into London free. There is no congestion.
Wow, that's great.
Also, road tax. There is no road tax on this car.
Really? That's pretty good. Okay.
Free road tax and free congestion. Like, what more can you ask, really?
A lot of the boroughs of London. It's free parking as well.
For electric cars.
Yeah, for electric vehicles.
Free parking would just be a dream, wouldn't it? I don't know if I can say this, but stick 2 fingers up at the traffic warden and just park.
To charge this car up overnight would cost about £2. If you were to have economy 7 indoors, you can charge it up for about £1.5p.
That's unbelievable.
So if you combine all of those things together, you can see that buying one of these makes sense.
I think it'd be absolutely perfect for London driving because you've got that poke that you need when you need it just to zip in and out of the traffic. It's actually really nice to drive.
And now you've done it in this car, could you see yourself actually thinking, I'd do that?
Yeah, I think it's great, actually.
Well, actually, somebody that commutes into work every day, I can see myself owning a car like this, actually.
So there it is, the all-new electric Mitsubishi MiEV, as tested by real people.